I want to welcome all y'all here. Thank you for coming. This is a good day for Anderson County. We're here to conclude a 20-month-long drug trafficking operation investigation with sealed indictments of 22 defendants, most of which are in custody, as you see behind us here. In May of 2012, the Sheriff's Office began working some drug information on some individuals in the county. We made several traffic stops, started developing intel, quickly discovered that it was much bigger than we could do alone. So we enlisted the help of the Department of Public Safety and the ATF. There was some gun running and some narcotics being dealt that we needed some assistance with. We also were dealing with some Mexican nationals, and so we knew we needed a little bit of help. But beyond our scope, it was beyond our county as well. We, along with the Palestine Police Department and the Anderson County District Attorney's Office, began assisting DPS in their investigation for this period of time. This case resulted in firearms and illegal narcotics being seized. We believe that this group is responsible for a major amount of narcotic trafficking as well as gun trafficking here in our county and in the surrounding area. A lot of hours and hard work went into this, bringing this 20-month investigation to a close. I want to thank my staff. I want to thank DPS and the Police Department and the District Attorney's Office for the outstanding work they did in this case. And I will turn this over to Ms. Jenny Dahl. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today's operation is really a shining example of what happens when law enforcement agencies work together. I want to personally commend the DPS CID agents, the ATF, Anderson County Sheriff's Office, Anderson County District Attorney's Office, the Palestine Police Department, the Texas Joint Counter-Drug Task Force, and the U.S. Attorney's Office, who have really leveraged their institutional knowledge, their resources, to successfully dismantle this local drug trafficking organization. To have this sort of extraordinary outcome takes a tremendous amount of patience, intelligence sharing, and cooperation. Residents of East Texas benefit when law enforcement officers collaborate, and more specifically in this operation, the residents of the city of Palestine. With that being said, I'd like to turn the podium over to Chief.
Good afternoon. Once again, it's just a delight that we all were able to come together in an effort to combat drugs in our community. I know the residents of Palestine are very happy. Also, the Anderson County citizens as well. Us working together, I know you will see more of this in the near future. I'm just delighted that we got all these individuals behind us that are locked up, and so I know there will be indictments on these individuals, and so just keep in mind, citizens of Anderson County, that we're here to combat drugs in your community. Doug Lowe.
Thank you. I'm Doug Lowe, Anderson County Criminal District Attorney. Being district attorney in a town where there's a drug problem, we've been fighting this thing as long as I've been doing this work. And it's kind of like dealing with fire ants. The way you deal with fire ants is you put a little poison out, and you can move them over to your neighbor's yard, or you move them around, and they're back next year. I think that operations like this go for the queen, the mound, to take them out of our community. That this won't be the last one. This is going to be the first one for this year and the coming years. And I think we'll make a difference. I think we're going to make a difference with long-term operations and collaborative efforts, just like she said. We can't do it by ourselves. The DA's office, we're at the courthouse, we get these cases. But I think what we're able to do, though, is to funnel information, work together, and to take out these bigger organizations. You know, so much of our crime in East Texas is related to drugs. Burglaries, thefts, robberies, crimes against children. In the long haul, to make a better place in East Texas is going to take work efforts just like this. I compliment the sheriff, the DPS, the police department, and all the other agencies that work together on this, because it took some doing. I promise you, it's not just something you throw together. I was here this morning at 5:30 when the police went out and the sheriff's department went out, and it's dangerous business. The people we're taking out are dangerous people. And so I thank them, I thank the public for being patient with us, because I know that there are calls all the time to the chief and sheriff, when are you going to take out this house? When are you going to take out this drug dealer? We can do that, but it has to be a long-term, sustained effort to really make a difference. And so I think everybody, I didn't name everybody that was involved, they know that my heart's with them, and I prayed, and I thank God for the work that they're doing. Thank you. Any questions?
When you say gun running where? Gun running to let drugs up, guns down? Where?
Just dealing in the drugs, stolen guns, transporting them south, trading in the drugs for guns.
I was gonna say, we assume the guns went below the border?
Yes, they could have, yes.
Cartels?
Yes.
Now, was the drug running, was it anywhere other than Anderson County? Did it go out out of this county as well?
Yes. Yes.
And we did have the ATF that was working with us in this case. They participated, and of course, their focus is the illegal gun traffic. But we did have, we had the federal folks working on the bigger picture. They took our bigger targets. So it's not just folks that have problems in this county. It's folks from all over East Texas and all over Texas.
We're gonna say, more specifically, how widespread was this ring? What counties were affected?
It's going to be from here all the way to Dallas. You can put it that way. There's some areas all the way to Dallas.
And obviously you have some folks you haven't caught yet.
Yes.
Yeah. These are the, I don't know if y'all got pictures of the shot. This is a picture of the targets that we've got captured. There are other people we're still looking for, and if you want to come get a shot of this, is our organizational chart. I don't want you to get too close because we have people who are still out there looking, but that's the effort that the DPS analysts put into making these connections, and that's the real challenge, is putting all these pieces together and figuring out how people relate, looking at cell phones, looking at all the instruments of their crime. So that's a really good, that's a lot of work in that chart.
Yeah, these four over here are still we're actively pursuing those, and we see they have the Crime Stoppers number. If anybody would like to call and let us know where they're at, they'll be eligible for a reward up to $1,000. That's 729-8477. That's the local Crime Stoppers number.
Now, can you go into detail of where the arrest happened? It happened this morning, right? Or
A lot of these arrests, some of these people were already in jail, and the indictments were served on, several of them. We've made about 13 arrests today, some that were just, as we call, casualties, that were with the persons we were looking for, that had outstanding warrants. We made an arrest on South Street, we made an arrest on Hayes Street, and then just in other areas of the city.
Did everybody live in the city? Everybody involved in this ring?
Not all, some lived in the county.
Okay, but all within Anderson County?
Yes, all within Anderson.
What kind of value are we talking about in the business here, the drug business here? What kind of, did you seize drugs?
There were drug seized. Do you have any?
Roger, we're not going to speak to specifics about, a quantitative amount of narcotics that was seized. There was narcotics seized, drug paraphernalia, in addition to the weapons, the firearms that were seized. And as far as putting dollars to it, it's a bit premature to kind of go down that road just yet.
The weapons they were using, do we know where they got them, where they stole them from?
Some of them we do. Some of them we do.
Well,
What impact do you think this will have? Do you think it'll slow down the drug trade in Anderson County, because it's become a major problem like it has in many other areas? So
I do believe it will have an impact, as Doug spoke of. when you rid, as he said, he used the ant analogy, you can get rid of fire ants, but they'll come back. So, I mean, yeah, it will have an impact, but they will be back.
What about on the burglary problem? I know that's been a big problem, and a lot of that may be drug related.
Absolutely, a lot of it's drug related. Yeah, it'll have an impact on the burglary.